Adeshema my mamunyina aju UTV kasebo ayensa kana yede ebremo yede free ship house Abeka Junction Accra ena yede ebremo ewo efiefie mo maimu ni amahodo so nsem ene aboa no yede ebremo betimi ahweyen ewo channel 360 so eno aye DSTV eno achi no Facebook UTV Ghana ubetimi ahweyen efri ho despite media ewo YouTube eno so ubetimi ahweyen na wahunu nsem yi atibi ene se de esi ekonyina anyimako bia da romo maso yasene ama yede anwumre kasebo ebremo this way chocolate drink yo hia eye ensuohie anwumre ububo bia eboa pa special ice mineral water ye was special drinks ye was best point savings and loans best assurance ene best pension o maso yasene ama yede anwumre kasebo ebremo yenhwe de edimu akotini ebie mampanye akufuado e de ato Burkina Faso anim se wo beye de obetimi bia se ono aye chairman na woda ECOWAS no wo ebeta wo no machi na entokwa eni nipabonfo amimfo no wo mahwe atu wo ase
Chiamia owo omayimra shebedwam akirechiremu emra no sede babia ejamra shebedwafo ene ono ankasa chiamehene ene babi nsu a ewoso mohwe na omodi so
Edom kuma wonum ewo mra shebedwam ade ato Chief Justice anim se sa kwadu anase sede wakọ General Legal Council se Dr. Anyene yentwe na so no onhwe no onyi sa asem no emfamfiri ho
Amayimu eduanua se de be ya nua asem ebekoye na soafo a ohwe asase ne bode ensem so no so eboa se de be ya enuoman ebekoye
Dr. Friye ade atu edwa se COVID-19 vaccines enkrofo keka se ne bo ne se de esi ka no ye de bia ka ho wo se enye saada
Ambayin sikasem se de susuru ne sorokọ ne na de no enuoma ento ene se de ezi ede toto ho no afi anase bosumi numu ya yuremu eko ensiemu no ate abafom
ensempi ka ho ne de bramo wo kasebo emu din ade Akosua Sarpong menen
Anim Addo
afi kasebo no emu ensem enie Ghana mampanyi Nana Addo danko akufuado no anso na woye dwemtenani ema amanya wonom ewo se wo hwe ebibremu atoye hase ya woda wonom ano no wakopie mu Burkina Faso ne no de ato oman ni nyina nim se wobeta wonom achi se de be ya obeko enkoden ama entokwa emimfo a womo edeto pa ye hye omo ho etimi to hye oman no so brebia no obehwe no ata wonom achi ne womo akonkoden se de be ya womo ebetimi afiri ho
Ana mampani ekasa no na nkasa ni nyina no ejina arehusem a esiye ewo Gadugu a wo kire se ewurika kuo bi ekoto hye nipa be so ha ne aduosia so 160 ekun wo mo yaya frat asefo asase so ene wo kire se terrorism we eyade a edi ebibre man ni nya yiye papa enti yenhwe na ye nyina ye nkambo mu nkuntia ne nya asomdwe ye fa ahodie ene ye nkoso na ne nyina no se betimi akwa koduru sa abotaye ne ho a na kire se wo se ECOWAS ama ahodo ne nyina kambo mu na nkuru ahodo bi a wo mo efe ne ya abia mu te se Burkina Faso Niger ene Mali no yehwe na yeboa no mo ediom ho edifri sa ha we nyina mu a oka ensem ni sei.
Mr. President, first of all, I want to thank you very much for the welcome that you've given me and my delegation, and to let you know that we're here on a twofold mission. One is the president of your neighbor to the south, Ghana, and also as the current chair of the ECOWAS Authority. In both capacities, I'm here to express the solidarity of the ECOWAS community and the Ghanaian people by the events that have taken place recently in Burkina Faso. It is obvious that if we don't all stand together, we risk the possibility that these terrorists will overrun our various states, and that we cannot allow to happen. So I came here to express to you and to the people of Burkina Faso the deep condolences and solidarity and sympathy of the ECOWAS peoples and of the Ghanaian people who I have the honor to lead at the moment. It's important that at this difficult moment in the life of Burkina Faso, you know that you are not alone and that you have friends who will stand beside you, with you, to make sure that as soon as possible we get rid of these people who are determined to destroy our way of life in our community.
Eno che Burkina Faso mampeni eda Ghana mampeni na Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ne Ghana man nyina ase na afei ECOWAS ama hodo ni nyina ase so omode chitapa eta wo mochi wo ha hodo a wo mo ena mu hwe se o metimi aboa ama wo mo adom ho afrimu.
Je voudrais tout d'abord saluer votre visite, qui est une visite de compassion, une visite de solidarité que vous exprimez au peuple burkinabé.
Excellency, President of the Republic of Ghana, we are very grateful for your visit of solidarity on behalf of your country and on behalf of ECOWAS. We are sure that this mark of solidarity is really appreciated by Burkina Faso. We know this is an area of great question, the issue of security, and nobody will come to help us. Only we as Africans should stand together and face the situation so that we can have collective victory against this terrorism.
Ya twansam no so ane yeda ani e de akọ mrahye bedwam na eduru mrahye bedwam chiame ni awo honorable Aban Kingsforce Mana Bagben edensem bi atodwa ni nyane se oman mra 1992 yeye no article 117 ne 118 no e won hihye bi se ono ye speaker na se chiame hino sanso e na MPs no e na clerk of parliament no ba bi wo ho a e bo mo ho ban se bi a obekọ assembly bia court akwa akodi asema na se court bedu sa frɛ no no o ba bi e bo ho ban no kire se ba bi wo ho a emna no makwan se bi ombetumi akwa yi nsem bia no e wo court na mo emna no nchekere mo se bia mde me MP ana se me speaker ntino judiciary na na se court frame menko o se ba bi eja o se o se emra no o mu disu no o mu nisu na bibia entumi nkoyie.
In a letter dated 19 February 2021, an address to the Chief Justice and head of the Judicial Service, I indicated my strongest reservations with the attempt by officers of the Judicial Service to serve court processes on some members of Parliament, the Clerk to Parliament, and the Speaker of Parliament, while these office holders were attending to the proceedings of Parliament at the presence of Parliament when Parliament was in session. I did not take kindly to that conduct and highlighted saying to His Lordship the Chief Justice, such conduct for me is unlawful, unconstitutional, and amounted to an interference with the work of Parliament and is not to be countenanced. The Chief Justice, by a letter dated 22nd February 2021, respectfully acknowledged these breaches of the Constitution by officers of the Judicial Service and reiterated the position I have just outlined. He went further to assure me of his immediate action to halt the practice. He proceeded to do just that in a circular and provided me with a copy of the circular which directed that the provisions in Articles 117 and 118 be respected by all judges and court officials.
The Speaker, I do not intend to comment much because even parliamentary jurisprudence would have raised other critical and fundamental questions as to when a member is in the constituency, he is still exercising a function as a representative of the people in the discharge of some duties to the person in the constituency. When a member of Parliament is undertaking a duty on behalf of Parliament at the level of the committee, that also imposes an onerous responsibility on that member of Parliament. But certainly, Mr. Speaker, there must be limitations to our quest for our immunity and privileges to be respected.
Fact be true, we are not seeking for any
special consideration to be given to members of parliament because we are special breeds of Ghanaians. No, we are respecting the fundamental provisions of our law. Fact be told, we must respect the law, and it's important we all bring our minds to this. The provisions in Article 117, Article 118 is clear. We don't need any interpreter or interpretation from the law court. These things are clear. And over the years, the interpretation of it has become quite fundamental, and it is known. So it is something that we don't have to hassle about. I want to thank you for this important statement, and I'm very confident that the media will take this matter up. As we go into the day, it will become a subject of discussion for the generality of the people of this country to come to appreciate what the matters are indeed are.
Enche bia na CDD Ghana womo ekosi enkonwa na epanimfo etwetwe enkomo ede afa abato ha yekoto ye ma ne kopiemu ewo Supreme Court no se wo hwe atemuo no a ebaaye no a eno wo de to apaso ehwe se ebibrem asei kabi ma men kabi ewo ya batuo mu ene ehon senkaye no sen ena esi etie na sen ena enya nsunsanso ewo ebibiman so wotonsa ede efre eye Onimunyamfo Dominic Ayene Emrashe Bejani a Obol Gatanga East Emma ono so ekwokyere na dwen ewo sa enkonyasie no ase eno enam so ama Chief Justice Chese ne nsankaye mu no okasa edi etia ensam no anasa atemuo no eno no ankasa eno nti enam so ama ode krata akwa mu ewo General Legal Council se oye emranim ni na eno no na ekame ayese ewo sempanimfo hwehwe asem no kan ye ni mu na sa so twin bi wo ho a se de osika no wo mo atwe na so ewom enti enemra hyebedwafo a wonum ewo edom kuma no afa wo mo ne nsentwerefo ehyiaye ema onimunyamfo Haruna Idrisu wono ene yedom kuma no ba no dani wokasa ye no kire se asemwei eda amansan nyina anim eda Ghana nyina anim eti se de esi da omamu ni nyina anim ne se de osikotena ase no na esafata se wono so kire na dwen efa ho ekoba se ya na se kabi ma men kabi ene nimdie a wo mo ehwehwe no enkoba nti na oni asem bia na wo se woka enu nti ene ma ne kan nti sa brede kebe ya anko ntwe ensensan.
Belong to that side of parliament, and I'm saying that even when you read the Canadian Journal on Parliamentary Democracy, it is a contentious and unending debate as to where parliamentary privilege and immunity ends. Probably we should be looking at in what capacity did Dr. Ayeni appear before CDD. We know for a fact that CDD is committed to enhancing and promoting democracy in Ghana and in Africa. And we know that Dr. Ayeni is an academic who wants to promote and enrich constitutionalism in Ghana. And he was sharing his view on a matter already determined and decided by the Supreme Court of Ghana, which in our view and everywhere in the world is open to analysis, to criticisms for purposes of improving constitutional jurisprudence. It is not just Dr. Ayeni. On record, the Honorable Nelson Daferepo, a key member of our caucus, was also invited to the General Legal Council Disciplinary Committee. Is it a coincidence? Is it by accident? We've heard other persons in Ghana make disparaging comments about the judiciary and its decisions. We simply are saying that let's safeguard our democracy, and it must be built on the foundations of freedom of expression and tolerance for dissent, and that the office of the Chief Justice is high enough not to be leading this process. We are not saying that Dr. Ayeni is above the law. We are waiting to see what misconduct the Honorable Ayeni is being charged for. We are yet to read it, and we are yet to make a determination of it. But we simply are saying that So the CDD who provided the forum, what happens to them? And civil society must worry. So you see this creeping culture of silence, a creeping intolerance in our democracy. The NDC remains the only credible alternative in Ghana's democratic politics. And attempts to weaken it must be resisted by well-meaning Ghanaians who cherish democratic governance. I thank you.
Yetwaso ane yekọ asoya ehwe nsase ene obade enioma so na so for da no honorable Samuel Abo Jinapo nyame ya adoma efiade ebe Ghana fa na nyina yeduanua se ne be ya obade enioma ne yensase no yebebo ho ban ne no na ne nsentwofo akasa se obi amfa ne ho nyim se ne be ya yebehwe yensase ene yebambo ebebo na yensase no yahwe so yie na etumi akwenti Ghana ni bia na sede se dwumadi ebekoso fiada no odne ho ebegimu bi
00. The forest cover of Ghana stood at 8,200,000 hectares of forest cover. This forest cover is depleted by a whooping 80%. And today, as we speak, the forest cover of our country stands at just 1,600,000 hectares of forest cover. This is, to say the least, alarming. And therefore, the time for action is now. And it is therefore the reason why, in accordance with the vision of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Akosua, the Green Ghana project was launched. And the Green Ghana project essentially is a well thought through project which is going to, over a period of time, systematically implement policies, programs, and action plans which will result in the restoration of the forest cover of our country. That is the determination, that is the goal, that is the vision. As part of the Green Ghana project is a Green Ghana Day, which is June 11th. So the project is a bigger project. It's a bigger project which is going to take us about 4 to 5 years to implement fully. And by which time it is our belief that the forest cover of our country would have been sufficiently restored. We want to awaken our country for all of us to understand and appreciate the need for tree planting. So that's the first goal. So on June 11th, on Friday, what is going to happen? What we expect to happen on June 11th, first of all, is that we all should participate. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, through the Forestry Commission, has worked out an elaborate plan where, as much as possible, we will have seedlings dotted across the country. As we speak, the Forestry Commission, under the supervision of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, is worked out a program which has resulted in the production of some 6 million seedlings as we speak. The seedlings are going to be distributed to all Forestry Commission district offices, their regional offices, various malls across the country. The National Theatre in Accra will have seedlings. The ministries and vantage points, the places where public places of our country, markets, and so on and so forth.
Yenyina we so na yenye aboafo nkratu ID kan emra.